So I'd like to introduce my nephew, Emmitt Jr. Um, Emmitt has played football for Weber State University, and I just wanted to ask him a few questions about participating in a team sport. Emmitt, thank you so much for doing this with me.
Yeah.
So Emmitt, how old were you when you started playing football? Because I swear I have a picture of you, like
Seventh grade, I think. Started playing at seventh grade.
Seventh grade.
Mhm.
And did you know you were always going to be a football player, or?
No, I actually didn't like football at all when I first started. I was just like, my mom was like, you got to play a sport, get you out there, try something. And I don't know.
Really?
Yeah.
And so it was kind of like, okay,
Yeah.
football.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Oh man. All right. So at Weber State, what position did you play?
So I played inside linebacker.
Inside linebacker.
Yeah.
For the defense.
Yes, yeah,
For the
defense.
defense.
Inside linebacker.
Okay, so would you describe football as a team sport?
Yes. It was, see, in college, they kind of split it up. It's more about, like, defense and offense. But since I was on defense, I was the captain. And so for us, we had to be like, close-knit just because someone was at a place, it would throw the whole defense off. Just one person. So, yeah, it's team sport to the max.
So one person in the wrong spot could ruin that play or
Oh, yeah.
for the whole team.
The whole team. One guy can mess up on his job, whether it be from pride or whatever it may be. He wasn't studying his playbook. He didn't know what he needed to do, but he could mess up one time, and that would be the end of the game for us. So
Okay, so I'm sure there's been teammates that have messed up a play or caused, maybe even your team to lose the game. What is it like after that happens? When you're back in the locker room?
It's for me, I really hate losing. So like for me, I don't know. I'm usually in the locker room crying, but then we have to go back to practice, and we have to regroup. We watch films. Like, okay, well, who messed up? We ask him, single him out. Why did you do that? And it was a lot of things. Oh, I thought I was supposed to go here, but he wasn't communicating. In defense, we have to communicate so we can all be on the same page. Because one person can mess up and they could score and we could lose the game. So
I see. So is it more like, did the other teammates, are they just mad now the whole time when you're talking about what to do different the next time, or is it more like, okay, how are we gonna get on the same page? And
yeah, it's tough sometimes because you have players, especially new guys, they'll come in and they don't realize how important it is that we have to be on the same page, because they're still, oh, I was the best at my high school, I was the best over here. But when we come together, it's like, hey, put the pride aside. We have to all be on the same page, no matter if you like me or not. And usually those are the guys, the ones that are prideful and the ones that mess up in practice and in the games. They don't play very long. Coach will say, hey, you're on the bench. You don't want to listen. You don't want to play as a team. You don't want to be a good teammate to the rest of the team. They take them out. So.
okay, so linebacker, you're responsible for a certain job out there on the field.
Right. Yeah.
Okay, so I would think, okay, I'm going to go out there, and obviously you're going to do the best job you can in your position,
Right.
but you still have to be in tune with
Yeah.
what everyone else is doing. You can't just be out there like, hey, it doesn't matter what, the quarterback's doing or the whatever.
Yeah.
Defensive
Exactly.
back, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not very well versed in football. Maybe talk about that a little bit.
Yeah.
That's probably where like the teamwork comes in a little bit.
Yeah, and that's why it's that's why it's so critical. You have to be on the same page with everyone, and that's why they say even though you have your own position. Like I have this gap and potentially this guy, but that's why I'm like, hey, you got him. That's your gap, and we're all like, hey, cover two. You know, we're always talking because you know, it's hard to be in a game because especially if someone's going fast paced, boom, they're trying to hit you. They're trying to hit you. We have to be on the same page. So it's like, hey, you know, cover two. Watch him. He's going. You know, he's going deep. We're always talking because they could switch things up depending on what we're doing. And so it's hard, but that's why they say communication is key.
Wow, I never realized they were communicating while they're out there on the field
Have to.
playing. I figured it was all, you know, on the sidelines or at practice or whatever.
Have to.
So if you had one piece of advice, I mean, because I'm just looking at football going, you are not going to win that game if you're not working together.
Right.
It's just not going to happen.
Yep.
So if you had one piece of advice for anybody working on any kind of team, what would that be? Or two pieces, whatever you've got.
Yeah, I would kind of say it's hard when people are working together because some people take information in differently. And like I was saying with the young guys, they come in with these huge egos, and it's like, okay, that's not how we do it. And if you keep on that path, you won't play. It's that simple. I know it's different for, you know, places in the job force and whatnot, but I would just say, you know, communicate. If you feel a certain way, you know, don't keep it under wraps. You know what I mean? You know, express it. Find like a common ground. Because that's the only way you're going to be able to do the best as a team. So that's just what I took from it, like football and everything. All right, yeah. And one more thing with that is you got to like take your eyes really off yourself and start to put it on everyone else. Because you know, it's like for me, it was never about me. It was about everyone else on the team. Because you know, that's how we're going to be successful at whatever we're going to do, whoever we're going to play. And we're more confident with that. So, yeah.
Well, that is such good advice. Well, I want to thank you, Emmitt, so much for taking your time. And I am just so proud of my nephew. He is such a great, I have to say kid, even though he's not a kid anymore. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, of course, Nancy.